Okay, we are just about ready to go. A big welcome if you are watching on the stream, and a big hello if you are here in the venue. We are going to see 5 heats of our opening event, the 400-metre freestyle for the men's. Again, the women gets underway at 9:20. Their warm-up will continue for the time being, but let's go ahead. This is the men's 400-metre freestyle in the men's pool. It is heat number 1. Heat number 1 underway. We're going to see 5 in our opening event and taking part in our first heat. A couple of lanes missing. We always see this later on in competitions. It's no surprise at all. Obviously people getting tired in multiple events. But we do have, from lane 0, Joseph Moment, Kingston upon Hull, Ivan Hart of Millfield, Sam Grimes of Wigan Best, Samuel Lander of Mount Kelly, Llewellyn Porter, Camden Swiss, Jack Jenkinson of Skipton. Then we jump to lanes 7 and 8 with Oscar Dodd, City of Leicester, and Tom Evans representing Teddington. Entry times, all these guys are between 4:03 and 4:07. In the later stages of heat 5, we get down to the, 3:50 range. As we saw yesterday, particularly, we've seen this throughout the weekend, and particularly the longer events, some huge PBs. I'm talking in terms of like double-digit figure seconds. So 20 spots available in the finals later, because we'll have the junior and the open final. And there's probably only about 45 entrants in total, taking into account the missing lanes in our heat. So plenty of chances, even in heat number 1, which would be normally a little bit more difficult. There is definitely a chance if you can put in a worldy performance in heat number 1, no reason why you can't be joining us in the 400 freestyle from 4 p.m. this afternoon. And it's Tom Evans with the quickest start from Teddington, down in lane number 8. If you're watching on the stream, that is the near side in the men's pool. The women's pool, interestingly, if you've been watching that, their lane numbers go in the opposite direction. So 0 would be on the near side, whereas in the men's pool on the stream, 0 is on the far side. So not to try and confuse you. And Llewellyn Porter, who is the fastest on paper here, has pulled things back in the middle stages of this opening heat, 2:29. It's a couple of second advantage over Sam Lander. Tom Evans still up there in 3rd place. Maybe just gone out a little bit too quick, but he's still right in that mix. Trio of 3 on the far side, Moment, Hart and Grimes. Pull each other along. That is our central 3. We'll take up the top 3 positions. Lander, Porter and Jenkinson. Again, those entry times just over 4 minutes. So it'd be lovely to see one of these guys go sub 4 minutes. None of those have achieved that just yet. In fact, all 10 in the pool, those entry times are PBs set this season. Final 50 with 3:31 on the clock, so it is going to need a really big final push. They are going to go sub 4, looking just about out of range at the moment, but it will be in the low 4s. Llewellyn Porter, 4:03.45 his entry time. Sam Lander out up in front with him, 4:04. What they're going to stop the clock at? 4 minutes, 0.37 hundredths. Nearly for Sam Lander, nearly for Llewellyn Porter. Sub 4:01, but not breaking into the threes, unfortunately, but still great swims for those two guys. A couple of nice new PBs in the heats. We'll have to wait and see if that is good enough. Wait for those times to be confirmed on our screen in the venue. If you're new to Ponds Forge, when those red numbers turn blue, they are confirmed, just like that. There we go. And no changes. Lander, Porter, Evans, your top three in heat number 1. And this is heat number 2.
Let's go, Moritz! Yes, Moritz! Yeah, buddy! Yeah! Let's go, Moritz! Well, he says after that, but I can't believe it. Who feels like the last one?
Heat number 2, nearly a full pool. Just missing lane 0. We do have from lane 1 on the far side, Luke Clegg,borough of Kirklees, Moritz Baumgartner of Mount Kelly, Finn Brockhaven, Plymouth Leander, Alex Harron, Davencio, James Raw, City of Leicester, Nathan Potter and Jack Booth Rudd representing Maidenhead, Oliver Pope of Thanet and George Pearson of Wickham District. As per heat number 1, all these 9 guys in the pool just outside 4 minutes on the entry. I am very confident we're going to get a sub 4 for the first time today in this one. Now let's just have a quick look at the records for the open and the junior classes. The British and English record is set by a name you will recognise. James Guy set that in 2014. A 3:36 was his time, pretty phenomenal. And the junior record is held even longer by Ewan Lloyd in 2009. It was a 3:53. Early doors, Jack Booth Rudd of Maidenhead, coached by Amanda Booth in Maidenhead, a 4:02.86 PB set this year. Just turned 18 in October. And in lane 4, Alex Harron, Davencio, coached by Jamie Main and Kim Hall. Fastest in the pool at 4:01.57. Again, PB set this year. And his lead is now 1.5 seconds to Rudd. Just about 2 seconds to Clegg, Brockhaven, Raw and Potter. Just George Pearson struggling a little in the green cap in lane 9. Otherwise, everybody hot on the tails of Alex Harron. He will not be able to rest in this one. We do have 23 entry times that are sub 4 minutes. So you've got to think that if any of these guys are going to make it into the final, it does have to be at a minimum you'd anticipate, by no means guaranteed, but if you want any comfort that you might be getting into the finals, it needs to be a sub 4. And Alex Harron will turn with about 32 seconds available to him to complete this last 50 metres. In lane 3, Finn Brockhaven has become the #1 challenger. Representing Plymouth Leander, coached by Roberto Pavoni, 4:02 PB this year. He's won several regional titles in his career. And look at that, Alex Aaron, 3:58.22, first man sub 4. And now he just has to sit and wait the last 3 heats. He's very, very happy with that, is Alex Aaron. First time going sub 4. Finn Brockhaven missing out by 0.08 of a second. So close. And times are confirmed there. Harrond on top, 3:58.22. New PB for the man from Daventia. And this is straight on to heat number 3. Heat 3, and we do have a full pool, fantastic. From lane 0, Medial Mansar, Plymouth Leander, Dan Cox, Wickham District, Tom Hawkins, Royal Tunbridge Wells, Lucas Daines, Swansea University. In the middle, the fastest on paper, Matt Baker, West Suffolk, Cameron Rapson, City of Birmingham, Finlay Chapman, City of Sheffield, Sam Williamson, Bath University, Ben Newell, Birmingham University, and in 9, Luke Geel from Nova Centurion. Staines, Baker and Rapson in the middle. They all have entry times of 3:59. All of those PBs set this year. In fact, all 30 official starters so far, they've all had PBs set this year. Now, we do have some world-class, and I mean that, world-class athletes here competing this weekend. And you might think this is probably the last races of the season. Well, it's not, because next weekend, and I'm sure several of our guys and girls are going to be flying out in the next few days, it is the World Short Course Championships in Melbourne, Australia. So just to escape the cold for maybe another week before Christmas. It's also the Scottish and Welsh nationals coming up prior to Christmas too. So we're well into December now, but still plenty of competition, and top level competition at that to come. And nobody breaking away through halfway here, or just over halfway. We have a leader in Matt Baker out in front, but it's by no means any comfort to him, because he looks to his left and right, particularly his right now. You'll see Tom Hawkins, Lucas Daines, Dan Cox. To his left-hand side in 6, that's Finlay Chapman. Matt Baker, coached by Dan Pilbrow, 3:59.29 earlier this season for a PB. And the split at 300's good, 2:57. Just needs to maintain that pretty much bang on the average, 30 seconds for 50 metres. Again, that's the quickest split we've seen to 3:50. Chapman and Staines now up to 3 seconds back, so making a bit of a move, just finding our final gear in the last quarter of this heat. And he's on course to come back in not just sub 4, but potentially sub 3:59.29.2. That would be his new PB time, looking really strong here. Surely going to do this by a couple of seconds potentially. 3:57.15 for Matt Baker. He'll be thrilled with that. That's what his coach Pilbro. Sub 4 minutes for Lucas Staines too, 3:59.81. Not quite a PB, but always sub 4 is always a great time. Cameron Rapson, 4:01.79. He was third place there. Oh, Finley Chapman, sorry Finn. Missed you there, 10/100ths of a second. Outside sub 4. But that is a PB by 0.3 of a second for Chapman. Times are confirmed, and we can move on to heat number 4.
Let's go, three. Ready? No. Wait, he's not the C, is he? Is he doing it?
Penultimate heat, and we get really quick now. The entry's down to 3:50. So we take a massive chunk off what we've already seen so far. Again, a full pull. So from lane 0, James McClure, representing Birmingham. Michael Adonai, City of Manchester Aquatics. Alex Sargent, Millfield. Rhys Grady, Stockport. William Riley, City of Cardiff, he's a 350 man. Freddie Ashley Sparks, Plymouth Leander. Nathan Hughes, Swansea University. Luke Booth, Rotherham Metro. Alexander Volkovoy, City of Salford. And Isaac Dodds, Bath University. Everybody in the heat is a sub 4 minute swimmer. You'll have a full class of athletes in 5. That will make 20 swimmers sub 4, hence the need in the earlier heats mentioned to go sub 4. 3 guys managed it. The fastest was Matt Baker, the 3:57. So that is the time to beat. We will see that beaten, but will we see it enough times to see Matt in the final?
Just about to get started in the women's floor. This morning on freestyle, Backstroke, 200 breast and 200 freestyle.
152.
To your officials for the women's floor this morning. The referees are Stuart Murray and Derek Allen. And the starter, Matt Huntington and Andrew Ring.
So over halfway now in our 4th and penultimate heat in the men's 400 free. The men's and women's schedules actually match each other for the first time this weekend, this morning. However, we have kicked off 20 minutes earlier. And it is a great performance here from Alex Sargent, representing Millfield. Just in the last 100 metres, really stepped up a level. Coached by James Clark, PB 3:55.7. William Riley in the middle has a season's best of 3:50, but a PB of 3:47. So I'm still expecting him to push on in the last 50 metres here, just coming into the wall for the penultimate time. I'll go back out one more time. And there's only 2.5 seconds separating the top four. This is where the competition hots up. They're really fighting back now. He's going to have to really hold on to Alex Sargent if he wants to take the win. And a win, although it's a heat, it would be important, because it means he's potentially got at least the 11th fastest time with one more heat to come. And they are firing through now into the final stages. They're going to touch together, these three guys, in the 400 freestyle. My goodness. 1800s for a second separating your top three. Freddie Ashley Sparks takes it. 3:52.4 in heat number 4. Now in the men's pool, we can kick off with our final heat of the 400 free. It's heat number 5.
Oh wait, Tyler's swimming.
And in the men's pool, this is our 5th and final heat. We've got Ethan Raymond in 0 for Bath University, Christian Dutoff Guildford in 1, Harry Wynne Jones, City Milton Keynes in 2, Colin Gain of Simon Fraser Aquatics Canada in 3, City of Liverpool's Tyler Melbourne Smith in 4. He had a brilliant weekend and day yesterday, did Tyler. Swansea University representatives in 5 and 6 with Tom Treblecock and Joseph Deegan. City of Sunderland's Luke McGee in 7. Swansea University again with Elijah Kendrick in 8. And at Royal Wolverhampton School, David Annis is in lane number 9. So saw some brilliant racing in heat number 4. The top 3 guys separated by 18 100ths of a second. Now, Tyler Melbourne Smith already having a great weekend, coached by Mike Roberts, a 3:48.93 PB. That is the fastest of all 50 official entrants. We've already seen a 3:52. And of course, there are junior and open finals. So there's 20 spots up for grabs. Around the venue, there are QR codes which you can scan to take you through to the official results page. So keep your eye on that. We'll tell you the times as we see them in the pool. But of course, with 20 to decipher who makes it into those 2 finals, we'll do our best. But keep your eye on the official results. And in the men's heat, the final heat, 3:48.63 was the finishing time for Tyler Melbourne-Smith. That is 0.3 of a second if confirmed under his PB and the fastest time. So he will take lane number 4 in our final later on this afternoon from 4 p.m. onwards. Other notable times, 3:52.08 Harry Wynne-Jones and 3:54.58 for Joseph Deegan for Swansea University. So fantastic swimming concludes our first event in the men's pool. In the men's pool, we move on to the 50-metre butterfly event. This is heat number 1. And in the men's pool, heat 1, Berkeley's Dwan, Ferguson, Ellard, Brockdorf, Dean, Smith, Richards, Knight and Maguire. Entry times around 25.26 seconds. And the winning time in heat number 1, 25.58 for William Ellard. That is a new PB for him. Those times are confirmed immediately. And we're going to see 6 heats in total in the men's 50 butterfly. And this is heat number 2. Men's pool heat 2 at its final couple of metres, and it will be Charlie Broome, City of Leeds, 24.71. That time is confirmed. And once again, that is another PB for the man that wins the heat. And this is heat number 3. Heat number 3 in the men's blanket finish. We keep your eye on lane number 8, Antonio Rodriguez takes it 24.92. That is a PB by half a second for the man from Swansea University. If it's confirmed on the scoreboard, it is absolutely straight away. Only man sub 25 in heat number 3 for the win for Rodriguez. Straight on to heat number 4. In the men's pool, it's Dan Jones this time, 23.55 for Dan Jones, a 10th off his personal best. We are in the seeded heats now, so we anticipated a really quick time, but that's quickest he's done so far. Elsewhere, 24.03 for Nick Finch. Times confirmed for both pools on the scoreboard venue. In the men's pool, this is heat number 5. Penultimate heat, heat 5 of 6 in the 50 fly, 20 spots available in the finals. We've already seen a sub 24. We've got several guys that can go that sort of time in this heat. Look at the outside, look at Alex Painter go 24 on the button, but by 3/100ths of a second going sub 24. Bath University's Josh Gammon. Both those guys having a fantastic weekend, and their form continues on to the morning of day 3. And this is heat number 6. Sixth and final heat in the men's 50 fly. Jamie Ingram at 23.37. It's time for the man from City of Manchester Aquatics. Brian Long, Chelsea and Westminster, 23.77. But only one man's taken this one, look at that, 23.35. He'll be in lane number 4 in the final later. He'll be alongside Brian Long, 23.87. 2 great times, which are confirmed to close out our second event of the morning in the men's pool.
Time for this range from 4.25 through to At 2 seconds, Vincent Parsons coming through the challenge for second place. We've seen how
That's another one that actually got it.
In the men's pool, on to our next event. It's the 100-metre backstroke. This is heat number 1. Here, number 1 in the men's pool, Charlie Meek Pool, Mehmet Zeren Brompton and George Snow Millfield School. We are going to see 7 heats in this event. All 63 can go sub 60 seconds. Charlie Meek confirmed as your winner in heat number 1 in the men's pool, 56.71. That's a brilliant new PB for him by nigh on 2 seconds. And now move on to heat number 2. In heat 2, from lane 0, Poulton, Finch, Byrne, Jameson, Hatfield, Dodds, Lee, Adams, Dale and Lee. 57.9 fastest heat time for Ben Hatfield on the entries. Although Cameron Jameson in 3 is entry time 58.38, but a PB of 57.6, so technically fastest swimmer in the pool, but on form. Look at lane 0, that is Max Lee from Swim Bournemouth, 58.59, his entry time. He's going to go quicker than that. Fastest in the pool, though, will be Ben Hatfield, 56.96, PB by almost a full second. Oscar Dodds, 57.23, all good times at the top.
Harry Mitchell. Second best of summer in 0 and 1 year. It's a goal and sets still for summer pretty much in contention of summer. He was looking for a swim in that previous heat. And then Breaststroke in now, that red cap in the centre lane. Testing for the lead, looks like it's between Breaststroke and Sophie Davis now. Entry times, Breaststroke on 4:24, Davis on 4:25. Looking for good improvements here. And Mitchell also in the mix. Looks like Davis is going to get this one good time as well. 4:22.75.
In the men's pool, this is heat number 3. Heat number 3 of the men's, 3 swimmers missing, but you do have Marcel Whittles having a great weekend. Finn Brockhaven, Rindle, Morgan Hind, Anis and Dowdu. And it is lane number 4, Dominic Morgan, representing Leatherhead. He was out in front, 56.8 his PB, coached by Stuart McRae. And Stuart will be happy, 56.01. That is another 0.7 of a second of Dominic Morgan's PB. Time's confirmed there for you, 56.46 for David Anis. And from lane 0 outside, 56.72 for Ed Marcel Whittle. So many names we're seeing over and over again in this championship as we head towards the conclusion of our 3-day weekend. We got 4 more heats to come in the men's 100 backstroke. And this is heat number 4. Men's heat 4, final 25 metres. Again, a couple of swimmers missing. Harry Robinson and Charlie Broom on paper the fastest. However, Jason Mamatoglu, Chelsea and Westminster blue cap. Second man from top will be the first man to touch the home. 55.02. Another 1.5 second PB. This is the story of the morning in the men's pool. PBs being destroyed absolutely all over the place. In the men's pool, this is heat number 5. Final 50 metres in heat number 5 for the men. We're in our seeded heats now, heat 5. Entry time's down to 52 seconds. Absolutely rapid swimming. They make their way towards home for the second and final time. Oliver Morgan joined by Toby Hill, stroke for stroke. They're going to go into the wall together. Oliver Morgan just going to get it. Yeah, 52.88 winning time by a few tenths of a second over Toby Hill. Harry Turner rounds out your top 3. This is the men's pool heat number 6. Penultimate heat in the men's 100 back is Matthew Ward of Mount Kelly. 25.5 seconds to halfway. That's entry time. 17-year-old is at 53.06. Again, 20 spots as ever available in our Open and Junior finals. This is going to be a great time, isn't it? 53.07 for Matt Ward. Misses his PB by 1/100th of a second, but still quick enough to take the heat win. Liam White second, 53.55, a second or so ahead of Harry Noble. Those times are confirmed. We've got one heat to come in the men's 100 back. In the men's pool, this is heat number 7.
strong leaders. Anyone got anything left to challenge for this last 100 of the week? And produced it. It's now 1.25 seconds, but somewhere earlier in the week. Until talking about holding weather this week, like yellow cap, obviously it needs everywhere it takes the board from last season.
Approaching the last 25 in the men's heat 7. We don't have our fastest on paper. Should have been Dan Cross in 4. So taking advantage, Jack Skerry of New Hall in lane number 3. Being chased by Robbie Hemmings of Poole. Can we get a sub 50? No, we won't. We'll get a 53.04. Looked a bit quicker on the screen timing there. Robbie Hemmings 53.84. And just under 55 is Mark Edmondson. We'll see those times confirmed in just a moment. And then we'll move on to the 200-metre breaststroke in the men's pool. In the men's pool, this is the 200-metre breaststroke. It's heat number 1.
Freestyle, no lead in the 200 medium line. Beckham in 1. Alan Oxage, so it's over in line 2. Evie Dilly from Millfield in 3. Colbert, 1.4. 80 Hood from Central Government in 1.5. Marissa Smith, British District in 6. Ava Cook from City of Sheffield in 7. And Farrell from Leicester in 8. Noel Fisher from Always Metro in 1.
In the men's pool, we're going to see 5 heats of the 200 breaststroke. In heat 1, Jamie Steadman, Caden Silla, Joe Dollamore, Adam Wong, William Morris, Fred Beasley, Ethan Bird and Joshua Sackery. Estimated finishing time in the 2:20s, the low 2:20s. As we get through to heat 5, that turns into, well, we go sub 2:10 in the very fastest circumstances. As always, plenty of opportunities up for grabs. And the way our boys and girls have been swimming, you never ever know. There's been some incredible PBs and personal times over the last few days. I'm sure that will continue right into our 4 p.m. session this afternoon, the last chance for medals. Into the final 50 for Adam Wong of Chelsea and Westminster. He's a 2:24 swimmer. 2 minutes and 25 to go. This is looking pretty good here. If you can pull this one right through to the end in the yellow cap in 2. Coming back extremely strongly is Abingdon Vale's Caden Silla. Will he steal this one right at the end? My God, oh, just have to wait and see the time for Caden Silla. I think he might have pipped him on the post, but it's a 2:22.06 for Adam Wong and a 2:21.77. He did do it, Caden Silla. Great time. There's almost 3 seconds of a PB for Caden. And Adam Wong, a 2:22, also going the fastest he's ever gone before. Some brilliant swimming in heat number 1 of the men's 200 breast.
Oh no, it made a point. I guess I get the TV again.
In the men's pool, this is heat number 2. In the men's heat number 2, in the pool, Davey Unwin, Joseph Ashley, Matteo Radu, Martin Smith, Buddy Deeks, Jadel Ghazali, Dan Jackson, Oliver Munn, Roger Davis and Leon Taylor. And the entry times for these boys, they are all between 2:21 and 2:24. Again, we'll have 5 heats, so we'll go seeded in our next heat. And going fantastically well in lane 7, that is Oliver Munn, representing Bracknell. Just in the 15-year category, some incredible youngsters swimming, and they go into their final 50 metres. In the men's pool, conclusion of heat number 2, Oliver Munn held on for Bracknell, 2:17.37. That is a PB by 5 seconds for Oliver Munn. That is a fantastic swim, and that is confirmed. Leon Taylor, Joseph Ashley, top 3 in heat number 2. Men's pool, this is heat number 3.
Just going to take this first heat of the women's 100
Quick update for you for the men's pool. In lane 6, it's Ryan Griffiths. He's joined by Iverson, Marcel Whittles, Bosk, Laws, Vedren, Buxton, Williamson, Wass and Turk. Heat 3 approaching our final 25 metres. Two boys out in front. It is Olivier Vedren and Ryan Griffiths, Norwich and Sheffield representatives. And it's the man from Sheffield, the home city, with his maybe a fingertip out in front. It will go to the wall. In fact, Vedren's coming back here. And he's taken it, 2:14.23 versus 2:14.37. Well, I think that changed hands 3 times in the last 25 metres. Brilliant battle between Vedren and Griffiths. And those times are confirmed. 2:14.23 for heat number 3, Olivier Vedren. In the men's pool, this is heat number 4. In heat number 4, James Abalencia, Alex Corver, Donato Stragasius, Jack Blair, Matt Rogers, Pravin Mahendrakumar, Tom Beagley, Rowan Smith, Isaac Hall and William Dean. Men's pool heat number 4 closing stage. It's been a great performance by Pravin Mahendrakumar, not just today, but this weekend for him. Teammates from Bromley, joined by Matt Rogers in the centre. They'll be our first 2 men home. 2:12.47 for Mahendrakumar. couple of seconds off his PB. Matt Rogers also going really nicely, 2:13.78. Not as fast as he's been before, but it's a good finish for Bromley, taking spots 1 and 2. In the men's pool, this is heat number 5. In the men's pool, final heats, final chance to get a time good enough for a final spot from 4 p.m. this afternoon. Burrows, Hallett, Miller, Kettle, Butler, Woodburn, Bissett, Kinsella, Navaki and Wilkinson are going for it. Halfway stage, and it is Greg Butler out in front, 102.41. Greg's entry time, 22-year-old from Loughborough, 2:07.29. He's the fastest on paper by a good 4-5 seconds. No surprise at all to see him out in front. Just in time to see Greg Butler finish in 2:10.48. That is the quickest time of the lot in the 200 breaststroke elsewhere. In lane 2, David Miller, Bath University, 2:15.04 and a 2:16 for Don Bissett of Gloucester. Keep your eye on the official timing website to see who's made it into those finals. You'll definitely see Greg Butler in lane number 4 in the final later on tonight. In the men's pool, our final event of the session, 200-metre freestyle. This is heat number 1. in Heat 1. A couple of swimmers missing. We do have Jacob Lee, Ben Hatfield, Sam Grimes, Joseph Moment, Lewis Boyd, James Raw, William Ellard and Daniel Milowski. Heat 1 of the men's 200 freestyle, and it has been a fantastic performance down in lane number 7. That's from William Ellard of St Felix School. He's going to set the first fastest time for the rest of the boys to beat. We are going to see 7 heats in total. It's a 1:53.58 for William Ellard. In the men's pool, this is heat number 2. Heat 2 of 7 in the men's 200 freestyle. This is our last event of the session for the men. This is the last heat of the entire weekend in that pool. Other than this, it's just finals from 4 p.m. this afternoon. So last chance saloon if you want to perform one more time later on tonight at these Swim England Winter Championships. Early starter Cam Rapson, City of Birmingham. All the entry times between 1:53 and 1:55. All of our swimmers 18 years and under. A real youthful group, this one. Junior and open finals available for them. Of course, the juniors can make it into the open final if they're quick enough. The open final, quite simply, the fastest 10 overall. Junior final, the next 10 fastest juniors only. And Cam Rapson continues at the halfway stage, 53.61. So a really good first 100 split for him. He's out of the City of Birmingham. It was a PB set this year, that 1:53. I'm just looking through the timings here. 9 of our 10 swimmers setting PBs this season. Mehdi El Mansar, who's in lane number 5, second fastest on paper, just struggling in the heat at the moment. Best of the rest is Henry Gray, Chelsea and Westminster, just 0.84 down and really coming back strongly here. And these boys are going to go into the final 25, pretty much neck and neck. Still a slight advantage for Cam Rapson. But can he hold off the charging Henry Gray in the blue cap? Let's have a look. He might take this one, you know. Final stages he will do. My goodness me. Great finish, 1:52.3 for Henry Gray.
boys. Let's go.
In the men's pool, this is heat number 3. Men's pool blankets at 100 metres between 5 swimmers. Chapman, Mascarenhas, Olkers, Anis and Lucarelli. Just 0.7 of a second separating our top 5 at a close finish in heat number 2. I think we're going to get another one in heat number 3. So still 50 metres of swimming to complete. As Aaron Olkers of Mount Kelly starts to make a move. To his side, Riccardo Lucarelli. And in lane number 6, that is Henrique Mascarenhas of Bath University. Here they come then, final 25. Even coming back now in lane number 7, Jonathan Turk of Mount Kelly. And in 8, he's bringing along Llewellyn Porter of Camden Swiss. But look at this, almost in a straight line, just a very slight angle. That's the order they'll finish. David Anis gets the time, 151.8. Looked like Lucarelli to me. But we'll take it as we see it. This is the men's heat number 4. Men's pool, heat number 4 of Southern to conclude our session and morning. Charlie Hutchinson, a name we've seen so many times this weekend, competing incredibly well. And he's doing exactly the same again on the morning of day 3. Leading Ethan Raymond and Alex Harrand. Down in lane number 8, second from bottom if you're watching on the stream. It's Jacob Beale, City of Leicester, going really nicely. Look at Hutchinson, 3 seconds of an advantage with 50 metres to complete. Absolutely clean water. Really nice battle on for second place in the heat, and this is important. We're trying to get spaces into the finals. So time is of the essence. But here comes Hutchinson, takes seat 4. This is the men's heat number 5.
Backstroke, absolutely dominated this one. Come on, game medalists. Let's have a look at the clock here. It's going to be a good time, isn't it? 57.96. Wow, absolutely dominated. I think to double up that. Match on TikTok, she won. They won these championships. Get an image is second, Tonbridge, and for range.
Men's heat number 5 into our seeded heats, a 147 entry from Josh Williams. He leads the way, but marginally from Liam Dawson of Davencio. Elsewhere in the pool, Jake Hutchinson. He's a 148 swimmer. Just 5 of our guys in this heat going sub 150. Only about a dozen in total out of all 7 heats. As they approach the 150 mark, they'll go out and back again one more time. It is still Josh Williams. The margin is now 0.65 of a second, but just 400 separating Bard, Lawson, a couple of tenths back to Baker. They are racing 4 spaces in the final. Make no mistake whatsoever, 2 more heats to come. And they are going to set the markers down again. These are the seeded heats, so we can expect to see finalists from heat number 5, 6 and 7. Can Josh Williams hold on? No, he can't, because look at Tyler Melbourne-Smith. He's having a brilliant weekend, the man from City of Liverpool, and he's come storming through in the final 50 metres for a 1:48.43. 3 tenths off of his personal best. Josh Williams settles for second, still a great time. Anything sub 150 is fantastic. And in fact, look at those 149s on the scoreboard. They're half a second separating second and fifth. Is somebody going to miss out on a final because of that? 2 more heats to come to decide. In the men's pool, this is heat number 6. So with the delay in the women's pool, we can talk you through potentially our full last 2 heats in the men's. In heat 6, Alex Painters on the far side in lane 0 if you're watching on the stream, near side if you're in the venue and the spectators gallery. Then Josh Gammon, Vladimir Gavrish, Leo Fath, Charlie Brown, Jacob Whibley, Alex Sargent, James Cleaver, Ariane Din and Jacques Boncel. 6 of our gentlemen can go sub 150, and they'll need to make it into the final. Already had 4 of those times from heat number 5. Charlie Brown and Jacob Whibley, 146 and 147s. And it is a cracking start from that man, Charlie Brown. He'll lead at halfway, 51.8 to 100 metres. I mean, that sets him on course. We can sort of maintain anywhere near that pace in the second 100. It's going to be an absolutely great time. We do go as low as Matthew Richards. 1:43 is the fastest entry time in heat number 7. He's the fastest by 3 seconds. He had an incredible day yesterday, setting a new British record twice in the same event. And I think he'll be hoping for a little bit more of the same on the final day of competition. Lane 0, look at Alex Painter representing Millfield. Far side on the stream, near side in the venue. Into the final 25 metres, also lane number 8, that's Ariane Din, Bath University. In 6, Alex Sargent, work to do for Jacob Whibley and Leo Fath. But here comes Charlie Brown. So 1:47.75. And I make that just missing out on his PB, which was a sub at 1:47, but that should be most good enough to get him into that final. Times confirmed, Alex Painter and Alex Sargent, 1:47s and 1:48s, again from lane 0. The 2 men from Millfield. Millfield having a great championships, that club. Really, really enjoying themselves. Those times confirmed, and we can move on in a moment to our final heat. And this is it, it's heat number 7. Just a quick update in the men's pool. It's Wyn Jones, Chilau, Ashley Sparks, Roy Botham-Keating, Richards, Cooley, Williams, Arman, Ahmed and Woodward. In our final heat of the men's 200-metre freestyle, they have 50 metres to swim. And that, in the men's side of the competition, is our heats concluded for the entire championship. No surprise to see Matthew Richards on top, 1:45.74. Was he holding a little bit back for the final? We're going to find out later on tonight from 4 o'clock. Jordan Cooley and Harry Wyn Jones reigned out your top 3. Again, keep your eye on the official timing to see who's made it into those finals. But that is the end of men's racing. Big thank you to our officials and their technical team. So once again, a big thank you for the men's pool, to our referees and team of technical officials. Your work is done. You may now leave poolside. If you're watching on the stream, come back at 4 p.m. for our final session. The women's continues in Ponds Forge.
She's third in that one Muscle World Championship medalist this year, the Paris swimming team.